Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is January 31st, 2026, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 8 and 9. Understanding that this wisdom is being spoken to a son by a mother, a son with a position of authority and rulership, or a position of judgeship, a position of power. And mom says this to her son, the king. Speak up for those who have no voice, for the justice of all who are dispossessed. Speak up, judge righteously, defend the cause of the oppressed and the needy. When it comes down to it, guys, especially watching what's going on in the world today, our hearts go out to the mess that's going on. And this is a portion of Scripture that's often used to rally the troops. And I want you to understand something. I need you to understand something. You are to take care of those that are in need in your environment. Absolutely. Many occasions we'll have somebody walk into the church who is far less fortunate than the rest of us. And we meet them where they're at. But I want you to understand that speaking up for those who have no voice is much greater than just screaming and yelling about the unfairness about what's happening in the world today. And by the way, unfairness is happening all over the world in so many ways by so many different people, including those that are assuming that they're on the right side of the equation, because they're refusing to see the other side of the equation. You understand that this is true about everyone, right? Speaking up for those who have no voice is not about taking care of those that don't have without regard to those who have. It is saying that you speak life and directive to them. I'm not going to pick a political side on a divided issue. I have an opinion on probably everything that you have run across in the world today. But if that opinion is so hard-headed that I am unwilling to have a conversation about both sides of the equation and work together to come up with an answer, then all I'm doing is creating the injustice that's happening. Especially if I am not in a position of authority to go incite a change or to project a change or to command a change. What I can do is take the position where I'm at and make a change in an individual's life. This goes so much deeper than some protest on one side or another. This has to do with, instead of protesting to be seen, being in the background, addressing a need. When somebody walks up to you and they are hurting and in need to be heard. A listening ear is the most beneficial thing. When somebody is hurting and just desperate and desirous of even death, and just to be present with them and say, I care and I don't want you to go, may be enough to resolve those things. Speak up, judge righteously, defend the cause of the oppressed and the needy is your job for the individuals around you. Unless you're in a position to have a greater influence, and then it's your job to have that greater influence. But the reality is only a few are called into that position. I have people watching this morning who have influence over a greater number than some. Yes, you are called to speak up for those in your position. But you also have to speak up to those in your personal life, which means speak up, not beat down. It means speak life, and it means giving accountability. If somebody shows up time and time again in the same broken state, it's appropriate to say, hey, are you recognizing the pattern here? Speak up, judge righteously, defend the cause of the oppressed and the needy. Doesn't mean go fight their battles. It means teach them what needs to change in their lives. Too often, we go to fight instead of go to stand. And when you're done standing, stand. Stand firm in the truth. Something to think about for today. Guys, I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.